In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this circle coaster, and it's specifically done so you can use up some of your scrap fabrics. All of my squares are 2 inches and there's 5 rows by 5, so you're going to need 25 2-inch squares. If you want to do it like me and alternate, you're going to need 12 solid 2-inch squares and 13 patterned 2-inch squares. I'm going to do this coaster envelope style on the back, and you are going to need 2 pieces of fabric 8 inches wide and 6 inches tall, and also 1 piece of quilt batting 8 inches by 8 inches. I also made myself a 6-inch diameter circle, and I made this out of cardboard, and I'll show you how to do that. I have a piece of paper here, but you're going to use a piece of cardboard, and I also have a compass. I'm going to set that compass so it's at 3 inches. There we go. Now from the middle of my sheet of paper, I am going to draw a round. And there you have it. I now have my 6-inch diameter circle. And this is going to be my template for later on. So go ahead and cut this out. So we're going to sew this up row by row. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to get 2 pieces of fabric and you're going to place them right sides together. Obviously there's no right side on a solid piece of fabric, but if you were to be using 2 patterned pieces, it'd be right sides together like this. So you would have 2 pretty sections facing each other or right sides together. Now because I'm using a solid, I'm going to place them 2 together. And then you can pin if you like. And let's go over the setup of the sewing machine. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using the Baby Lock Altair 2. It's a sewing and embroidery machine. In the top of my thread, I'm going to have a regular Gutermann sewing thread. In my sewing needle, I always use a 9014 Microtex needle. Generally, sewing is done at 1/4 of an inch, and I like to use this 1/4 of an inch foot. And I also like to knock my length down to about 2.0 millimeters on the sewing machine. So this is my first section completed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep everything nice and tidy, and I'm just going to snip off these thread tails here. Then I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to take my next piece. I'm just going to finger press this right now. Take my next piece, and I'm going to put that right sides together on my next section of fabric. Take it over to the sewing machine and stitch 1/4 of an inch. That one is now complete. Snip away the thread, open up, just finger press for the time being. Get your next piece, your 4th piece, put that right sides together and then stitch along 1/4 of an inch. Once again, snip the threads away. This is just so you don't have to do it right at the end. Then you're going to open that up and you're going to take that 5th piece of fabric, that 2 inch by 2 inch. Make sure if you've got a directional pattern, it's going the right way. And right sides together and stitch into place. Snip away the threads. Open up, and now what we're going to do is press all these together. If you have never done this before, congratulations, you're now a quilter. This is quilting. Now what we need to do is press our seams. So I've turned it over and I am going to press our seams open. You can press to the dark side, it's okay, but for this purpose with the smaller squares, I like to press open because there's a lot of bulk already within this project. So I'm going to take my iron, be careful not to burn my fingers, I'm going to press that open. Then I'm going to do the same with all of the others. I always turn it over and just give it a nice little press on the other side as well. So this is one row complete. I want you to go ahead and finish off the other 4 rows. If you've got this far of my tutorial, you're obviously enjoying it. Please do not hesitate to click subscribe to my channel. I've got over 600 videos there, and they're all straight to the point, and they're all absolutely easy tutorials for you to follow. So now that we have our rows complete, it's time to stitch the rows together. So I'm just going to take the top 2 right now. And what we're going to do is, once again, flip it right sides together. And then you are going to nest the seams on top of each other. Now, if you would like, you can get a pin and pin into place. You can pin into place at all the seams. I am just going to do the first one. I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine. I am going to stitch all the way down 1/4 inch. You're going to again have your 2 thread tails at either ends. You're going to cut the thread tails off. Now it's a good idea just to keep pressing as we go. So we're just going to open that up. Now, if you're slightly off like this, it just means that you haven't cut your 2-inch squares accurately. So if you want perfect corners, you're going to have to cut perfectly. So another thing could be that some of these sections could be on the bias, which means that they are going to stretch out a little. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to open them seams and we're just going to press them down. For this, we're just reducing bulk, that's all. You're going to make sure that any directional fabric is facing the right way. And then we're going to get the next group. And I am just going to do it right sides together. Doesn't matter, you can do it from the top or the bottom. You can pin that seam down into place. I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine. I'm going to stitch 1/4 inch. Then we're going to open up. And I'm going to press them seams open. Take our 4th row. I have a directional fabric that I want to make sure is facing the right way. And then I'm going to put them right sides together. And once again, sew 1/4 inch. Now we're going to get our 5th row. We're going to line it up and we're going to make sure it's right sides together. And we are going to place the seams together and stitch 1/4 inch. Congratulations on your new quilt block if you haven't made one before, but obviously this is a coaster, so we're going to continue on. We are now going to work with the 2 back sides of our coaster, and what I want to do is create a hem. So I'm going to fold in half, about 1/4 inch, and press. After that, I'm going to fold it over again, and I'll press again. I'm going to pop this to one side and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Now take this over to the sewing machine and stitch this into place. Do it on both sections. For this part, I have popped back on my regular sewing foot and I'm just going to sew straight down. So now we're going to work with our quilting batting piece and our top section. We're going to put them both down. So we're going to put this 8x8 piece on the reverse side, on the back of the 2-inch quilt block section. And then we're going to take this over to the sewing machine because I'm going to do some simple quilting. I have my regular straight foot still on, and I have the straight foot just in line with this seam here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my stitch length. So I'm going to crease it up to 3.0 millimeters. And I'm just going to stitch a straight line all the way down. I can keep a nice straight line because I'm following the seam. So this is what we have. We've just quilted this part here and it's slightly off from the seam. That's the look I'm going for. Now I'm going to line it up to the next seam and I'm going to stitch all the way down. Don't bother clipping all these thread tails away, there's no point. So we're going to turn this around so we're working from the back of our work. Remember the 6-inch diameter template we made? So we're going to place that on top here and we're going to use a Sharpie or a felt tip pen or something like that, anything that's going to write over the quilting batting, and we are just going to trace around this circle. There we go. Turn it around the other way, so we're now looking at the right side of our work, and we're going to place one of our back pieces down and then put the other one over the top of it. So basically you've got this overlap here in the center. Now I would recommend using some pins. Don't go too far over with your pins. Make sure that we're in this circle here because you don't want to be riding over your pins. So basically what we're going to do is now we're going to take this over to the sewing machine and we're going to sew around the circle that we did with our Sharpie. Sew completely around the circle. And you don't need to go fast, it's not a race. Take a few stitches forward and then reverse. And then sew. And also you might want to do the same thing, reverse over the stitches when you get to them openings. Now you're going to take your pins out. I'm going to use a pair of pinking shears. These have like zigzags going across the blade. If you don't have these, generally whenever we do circle work or anything with a curve, you will have to snip in around all this curve in order for it to flatten nicely and look nice. So what I'm going to do is just cut around about 1/4 inch away from the stitching. You don't want to cut the stitching, otherwise you'll be back at your sewing machine and re-sewing, and we don't want to do that. We're nearly done. Now what we're going to do is flip it right sides out. And I just like to run my fingers along the circle a bit just to push everything out. You can use a chopstick for this as well. Just make sure that everything's nice and turned out. I recommend that you press it just so it keeps its shape. Honestly, I think this circle coaster is so adorable. Let me know what you do. Are you going to use different colours? Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my next video next week. Like and comment down below so people like you can find me. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye now.